All right, everybody. Thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel and enjoying everything. Give me some questions, comments, like, share, do all the things that you got to do, and I'll get back with you. This segment is going to be brought to you by McKay's Lawnmower Blade Sharpening. You know, making America sharper, one blade at a time. That's all you got to do. Anyhow, today I'm going to talk about the 40-hour work week. The push for a 40-hour work week is gaining traction, or a 4-day work week, actually. The bill introduced by Maryland lawmakers in January incentivizes that employers to institute a 30-hour work week without cutting workers' pay and their benefits. Now, listen to this. Okay, they're going to cut 8 hours out of your pay. They will need a raise to offset that. So, numbers of 40 hours at $20 per hour is $800. But 20 times 32 is $640. So no, they don't cut your pay. They cut your hours. You know, and according to my math, that's $160. Now I'm talking about $20 an hour, like I just said. So actually, you would need a $5 raise to compensate for those 8 hours that you just lost. Now, this is the way I think about it. If the people that are introducing this stuff take themselves a pay cut and they work 32 hours, you know, it's not really. I guess it's not really a pay cut. It's an hourly cut. You don't work so many hours. Well, most people like the 40-hour work week, and if you want to work 40 hours, work 40 hours. But the thing is, these guys that are on that salary of $180,000 a year want to cut your hours down to 32. Why? They're saying, more family time. They're trying to get up under your skin and say you can spend more time with your family, things of that nature. The 40-hour work week can be cut to 4 days, but you have to work 10 hours. 10 hours, most people are like, well, okay, 10 hours sounds good. It's only 2 more extra hours per day instead of working 32 hours. Keep the 40-hour work week, just shorten it by 1 day by increasing the hours by 2. Also, if they say, okay, you guys want some overtime, we'll work it on Friday instead of working it on Saturday. I mean, does anybody agree with that? I mean, I like it. Matter of fact, I was on it for a little while there, for about 8 or 9 years. And I went ahead and went back to the 8 hours Monday through Friday kind of thing. And they're saying that under the experiment, that's what I said, businesses with at least 30 employees who go from a 40-hour work week to a 32-hour work week could get a tax credit. Listen to this crap. It's per a local ABC station. The bill also encourages state and local government, did I say government? Entities to implement a shorter work week. Now, this is what they're going to get. Employers can get up to a $750,000 in a tax credit to cut 8 hours out of your pay. They're pretty much saying, screw you. We're going to get that. The tax credit and the program, according to reports, is what they're going to get. So the proposal is follows growing interest in making a 32 hours the new full work week. Why? Why don't you just keep it at 40 and increase the hours by 2, and you ain't got to worry about no pay. Like I said earlier, you're going to need just at $20 an hour, you're going to need a $5 increase. So anyway, 100 UK companies signed up for a permanent 4-day work week for all their staffers and no cut in pay. But like I said, there's got to be an increase. Actually, if you cut their hours, it is a cut in pay. So don't let these people bullcrap you. While the companies employ only 2,600 people, a fraction of the UK's workforce, the move signals a shift in how some leaders, government people that we appointed, voted for view the traditional work week schedule. That's how they do it. And indeed, the pandemic accelerated public disclosure over whether the 40-hour work week still makes sense for some employees. It makes a crap load of sense. What's wrong with these people? And so if you work in a 40-hour work week and you get your hours cut by 1 day at $20, that's $160, man. And people need that money. And they're saying without a pay cut. Like I said earlier, and I keep saying this crap, and I want to check out, the history of the 40-hour work week. And in August 20th of 1866, a newly formed organization named the National Labor Union asked Congress to pass a law mandating an 8-hour workday. Though their efforts failed at that particular time, they inspired Americans across the country to support labor reform over the next few decades. So they've got the 8-hour day. You give these guys 8 hours of your day, 40 hours a week. That's 160 hours a month, roughly. I'm just throwing some numbers out there. Well over 1,700 hours a year. And you do that for how many years? Let's just say 40 years. And then you go to collect your retirement and everything, and you don't get squat. Maybe $1,300 a month. And that's crap. 1,500, maybe 2,000, something like that. And there's some people that get, up there in the 2,500 to 3,000 range or something like that, which is what everybody should get. Anyway, in May of 1869, President Ulysses S. Grant issued a proclamation that guaranteed a stable wage and an 8-hour workday, but only for government workers at that particular time. So Grant's decision encouraged private sector workers to push for the same rights. So let me see here. This guy, he's on a salary, I guess you could say. And it's like the government officials now. They can go wherever they want to, whenever they want to, however they want to. Grab a flight, private jet, Air Force One, Air Force Two, helicopters, whatever, and go wherever they want to. They're on salary. They're still going to get paid. It's like whenever this pandemic was kicked off and everything, and the kids didn't go to school anymore. So why am I paying taxes for the kids to go to school? Why? They're not in school. So for those, 2 months, 3 months, 8 months, however long it was, I think they owe me some money and you some money. They didn't take that and into consideration. So, and right now, the way I see it, if your kids go to school and everything, pay the taxes for them, which to me is a ripoff. I'm totally against any of these taxes. If they want to take money out of your paycheck, make it the big 20, $20 a payday, not a percentage. Because if let's just say you make $800 a week, or let's just rough it off at $1,000 a week is what you make. And then they take their little 25%, that takes you down to $750, and that's quite a bit. And to me, $20, you're good. Leave it at $20. Like your first hour is for the government, and the rest is for you, if that's what they want to do. I mean, we can totally delete taxes, myself and the IRS, get rid of all that stuff. Don't need it. So anyway, while the National Labor Union has had dissolved back in the 1870s and 1880s, other organizations, including the Knights of Labor and the Federation of Organized Trades and Labor Unions, continue to demand the 8-hour workday. Every year on May Day, strikes and demonstrations were organized to bring awareness to that issue. So way back then, they wanted the 8-hour workday, 40 hours a week kind of thing. To me, 32 hours, that's cool. But I'd rather have 40 hours Monday through Thursday for everybody. And if you decide that you want to stick with the 8 hours, you can. But at where I work, they do the 10 hours, Monday through Thursday. And sometimes they'll give you an option. If you want to work Friday, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. It won't be counted against you. And I like that. That's really nice. But I did that for years and years. So, I just wanted to get out of it. That's all. So anyhow, I'm going to leave you guys with this one here. This little saying, the real test is being kind to unkind people. So think about all that. Oh, shoot. I went over 10 minutes. All right, you guys. Flint's out. Hey, all have a good night.